Hi everyone. Thank you for joining me tonight. Sorry to the Aussie viewers that aren't around at the moment, but I just thought I would fill you in on the latest from government housing. Now, back in March, all pensioners, which I am a carer on a carer's pension, received notification that we were getting a $19.30 pay rise a fortnight, I think it worked out to be. Now, I just received my update of my rent from Department of Housing here in Victoria, or Homes Victoria, whatever you want to call them. And it seems that they are graciously taking $13.60 of that rise off us come the first week of August to cover our rent, which leaves us a whole $5.40 to put through into other bills. Not a lot to be left on. Yes, admittedly, we get $1,096 a fortnight. By the time our power, gas, clothing, utilities, general expenses and everything come out, doesn't leave us a lot to live on. Now, I'm one of the lucky ones. I'm ahead in my power, my gas and my water, but a lot of people are not. And I mean a lot of people are not. They're literally skimping it. Now, I am not happy about this at all. It is not fair on people with children, especially on parenting payment, who actually get less than what I do. Especially the ones that have got kids over the age of 13, I think it is, their payments drop back. Now, how the heck are we supposed to survive when the government walks in and takes, 25% of what we earn off us for extra rent? How can we do it? Honestly, it's been like this for many, many years. Half the time I've worked out that the government, when they put these pension increases through, don't actually pay us the whole lot. If you do your mathematics, for the Aussies out there that are on pensions, if you do your mathematics and everything, it just doesn't work out. We don't seem to get what we're supposed to. Yeah, I don't know how they work it. What they do is they pay us in the second half of the year and make it look good with an extra bonus. I do believe that's what they're up to, but who am I to say? I don't work on the economy of the country. I work on the economy of what we've got to live on. Things like this with the rising cost of all our amenities like power, gas, electricity, and this new idea that the government might be bringing in about people that have solar are going to have to pay to put it into the grid. Come on. What are we going to do about all these people? It's not an easy thing to comprehend for anybody. I'm just trying to find the right words. Now, you may notice that my mouth is a bit of a mess. I can't afford dental. I just can't afford dental. There is up to 5-year waiting list at the hospital to get anything done. I need to have all my teeth removed. I need to be able to afford to get false teeth. Yes, I can get the cheap ones from the government, but they only last 12 months. They give you 12 months to go and buy a $4,000 set of dentures, go tell. Health insurance for myself, if I was to get health insurance, I'm looking at $1,000 a month. On a pension, I can't do that. I can't afford it. I can't even afford a car at the moment. Like, I could scrape out the registration, but then you got servicing, you got tyres, you got unexpected expenses on a car, like if something goes wrong with your motor or your transmission, or even just the electrics in the car. It all mounts up to money. I've worked out, yes, I've had cars in the past, but I worked out that I just can't do this. I just can't afford to have a car anymore. My son has a car, I help him keep his on the road. That makes it easier for both of us. My son lives here with me at the moment, due to unforeseen circumstances, both economy-wise and health-wise for him. This is just it's not viable for anybody. I might say that, thank you to the person that just tuned in and then disappeared again. I might just say that, this whole rent situation is just ridiculous. I pity the people that are paying private rent. Fair enough, they might be getting a rise in the rent rent assistance, but up goes their private rent as well, because the landlords will cash in on it. Or the estate agents will, more so than the landlords, from what I've seen with what happened when my husband had a private rental. My son had a private rental, sorry. I haven't been married for 30 odd years. But this is just silly, the way the government can tune in and give out in one hand, and the local governments can come in and take out of the other with the housing. It's just silly. Now, I'm fortunate. I'm on my own. I'm not raising children at the moment. My kids are all grown up. But as I said, for the sole parents out there, I just feel for them so much. Yeah, I've got to agree. I'm sure you feel like it's bullshit. Yes, I've got to agree. Sorry about the language. We both shouldn't be saying that, but yeah, we need to voice our opinion. Come on, people. We need to do something about this, because it's in one hand and out the other. Whatever the government gives, it takes back one way or another. As I said, this silly idea they've got with the scheme with the solar that they're thinking about bringing in, but we've got to pay to put it in the grid. I'm glad I never went ahead and got solar now, because it would have ended up costing me. This is just silly. How about we all comment down below? Stupid government, stupid rules, because it's not fair on the people that are battling, even the low-income earners, the ones that are on the minimum wage. How are they supposed to survive? The government say, yes, go on the dole, you can earn so much. But once you get over that much, they quickly take the money back off you again. Sometimes even leave you in debt with it. Something's got to be done about this. I can actually show you my modest workings out with covering out my thing. I've got my statement from the ministry here that I received the other day, if you're interested in seeing it. Here it is, if you can get a good look at the scribble down there. That's roughly what it works out for me. I've got a whole $5.40 to, go and put in between all my other bills. What's that going to do? Nothing. Yeah, fair enough. We've got a $250 over 12 months thing for our power, but what about gas? Gas is expensive. It's a lot more expensive than what electricity is. The dearest part of electricity is actually the service to property charge. If you look on your bill, you'll see that your electricity compared to your service property charge, especially if you've got a monthly bill, you'll notice it more. But with monthly bills, if you look at your service to property charge, it's over $30 a month. And your electricity bill can be, $60 like mine is, right? Because I pay $90 a month in power and gas, in power rather. And the service to property charge is about $38. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to a lot of people. Oh, well, thank you for the compliment. Who knows, I may be related to Meryl Streep's down the road somewhere. Yeah, that's not surprising, Matthew, actually, that Albo has that many rental properties. What would he know? He's got that much money that he can afford them. Yes, rent is very, very high. Even in, government housing, as I'm talking about. But if you're in private rental, I really feel for you, I do. Malio, let me know if you are in private rental or not, sweetheart. This is the first live I've ever done, so I'm a little bit nervous. I'm sorry. I'll get in the hang of this, but would you like to see more of these type of videos? Especially when my power and gas bills come in. And sometimes it's some nice comments that come out of them too. But I'm usually pretty, in general, I'm, up around the $100 a month. Well, thank you, Matthew. Whereabouts are you from, Matthew? What part of Australia? The cost of living is just Oh, okay. Coffs Harbour, lovely area. I'd love to get up there one day. Oh, okay. Well, welcome to Australia as an international student made in Perth. Maloo in Perth, sorry. My eyesight's not the best. Yeah, that's another thing. The cost of spectacles. Thank God now we have Specsavers. But because if I was to go to OPSM or back to my original eye care supplier here in Sale where I live, I'd be looking at $300 this year to get my glasses replaced, but I can get two pairs for $199 at Specsavers. So there you go, free plug to Specsavers if anyone from Specsavers may be listening. Would you like to see more content like this, lives for me to go live like this and discuss things like the cost of living, even groceries, because groceries are getting expensive. We shop once a month between us. What I usually do is put it on the credit card and then pay it off every week between what Damien pays me for board and what I get on, my two payments from Centrelink. That's how I cover that. Well, good luck to you, Maloo. I hope I'm saying your name right. Yeah, I hope you settle in and become part of the Australian society and, find it really good here. Yes, I know. I had a young lady actually that moved here to Sale from New South Wales, and she was an Aussie girl, but she was paying $250 a week just for a share house here in Sale. I know what you're saying there, Matthew. I really do. It's not fair on them. The prices they pay, the landlords are getting away with blue murder when you think about it. $250 a room, you get a four-room house, there's $1,000 a week. There's their house payments paid with a little bit extra cash, isn't it? Because usually your electricity and gas is all included in that, and your water. Even in some private rentals, your water and at least your water's covered anyway. What do you do for a living, Matthew? Oh, okay. What do you farm? Okay, well, you might find my series when I get it started rolling after I've had my inspection at the end of this month. Very interesting because my dad and my uncle were actually hobby farmers at a place called Jumbuck here in Victoria many, many years ago, and I've got some of their bookwork from when they did their taxation. The thing that's really interesting about it is it's actually in pounds, shillings and pence, so I'm going to be doing some conversions for people as well. Yes, it is a beautiful area. I agree. I'm actually heading up to Jumbuck Park, which is the old farm area, in the spring this year. I've been invited up for a weekend to have a look around the place for nothing, so I'm really looking forward to that. And Matthew, seeing you're the only one here, would you be interested in more videos like I'm doing at the moment? Oh, good, good. Now, just trying to think of something else to talk about. I'm actually a mum of six and I've got 13 grandchildren, if you find that interesting. Um, yes, I used to actually take in a lot of homeless kids when I was living in Churchill years ago when my boys were small. I know it's really, really hard out there for everyone, you know. It's especially living on the streets. Tell me. Oh, yes, I agree. I agree totally, Matthew, with that. 100%. Would you like me to actually put some videos up when I head up to Jumbuck Park so you can actually see what the place looks like now? I've got some old photos here that Dad took many years ago up there that we can sort of compare them with. Would that be of interest to you? Can you please like, subscribe and share? I'm not sure if you are one of my subscribers, but if you can actually share this video so it gets out there, please. Welcome to my second person on here tonight. Well, believe it or not, my father went from actually working on the roads up in Omeo as a young man in his 30s and came down and took on a job in the paper industry at Amcor Paper Mill, or Merivale Paper Mill in Morwell. Traralgon, I should say. And Uncle Jim used to cut all his own timber and sell timber up at the farm, and he also sold cattle and sheep and lots of other things. And to the person who's just joined us, if you want to go back to the first part of the video, you'll understand what it was all about at the start. I've actually got a lot of old photos from Omeo, what it used to look like driving up there when I was a kid compared to what it is now, actually. So I can do a thing on that as well, Matthew, if that would be interesting to you. Not really, Matthew. There's still so many homeless out there. We've just got no housing because the ministry, government housing actually sold a lot of properties off back in 2000 and they never rebuilt again. Even now when a lot of their properties get burnt out, they just knock the houses down and sell the land off. In some cases they do build units on them, but not all. So yeah, we're getting less and less houses built for the people that need it, and more empty houses from where houses aren't being done up, and some landlords just aren't even bothering these days either. A friend of mine lives in Traralgon in a block of units in Traralgon. It's only 2 people in 4 bedrooms and a house on that, 5 units and a house on that property, because the landlord just reckons he hasn't got the money, but he's about to retire. Go figure. Yeah, that's not surprising. What are they doing with that space, though, is going to be the question. Are they actually going to build affordable government housing, or going to put high-rises there, you know, for the more elaborate people? Yeah, it's the same down here. Yeah, it's the same down here. There was a lot of houses that just went onto the market back in 2000 around Gippsland and Latrobe Valley, let alone in Melbourne. I think it was every second house got sold off down there. I know just after I moved out of my house that they'd only just recently extended into a 4-bedroom, I moved out and they sold it to the next person that moved in. Yeah, well, that's true. Very well put, Matthew. It's definitely a land grab. Well, Matthew, it was nice to meet you. Thank you to everybody else who have been on tonight and then disappeared again, but oh well, never mind. And I will see you, well, we'll try for another week, all right? Another week's time I should have my power bill in, or at least 10 days' time. I'll have my power bill in and we can sit and discuss that. But it'll be a bit earlier in the day though. Okay, no worries, Matthew. And please, as I asked you to, like, subscribe and share. Thank you. And I'll see everyone later. Bye-bye.